Have you ever ended your week with less energy than you started it? What contributed to that? Many people think this is normal and rely on the weekend or a holiday to get their energy levels back up. It's not normal. It's simply adaptation in action. Today I'm sharing 2 simple but powerful questions which will help you to maintain your energy all week long. This will help you so that you have the energy you need to lead your team and be present with the people you care most about. Let's get started, shall we? Well, hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the Project Joyful podcast. I'm your host, Tracy Tutty, your medical herbalist and high performance coach. So, hey, Project Joyful isn't just about being happy. It's about consciously creating a life you love. It's about remembering how to reconnect with your soul-centered joy. You know, that joy that comes from doing what you love, from living on purpose, and from being in a life that allows you to experience deep joy moment by moment. So hey, let's get started, shall we? Have you ever left it too late to take a break? I know I have. There have been times where I knew I was running low, but I simply had too much on. At least that's what I told myself. I had to get that report done or push forward with that next bunch of tasks for that project. But while I did get the things done, I discovered it took longer to recover, and I simply wasn't as focused, creative, or decisive as those times when the tank was full. I would come back from a week off and I'd still feel tired, simply because I'd left it too long to take some time out. If you run your car all the way to the needle pointing to empty, to the point where the "I'd like some more gas" light comes on, it will take more resources, in this case gas, to get your vehicle working efficiently again. Your body works in exactly the same way. The trick is to be courageous enough to step back when your body asks for it rather than when it's convenient. Leave it too long and that time out will be imposed upon you. The second facet to this is awareness. This requires you to work with your body rather than expecting your body to work for you. We're often rewarded for ignoring our body. We celebrate the hustle and the grind. We wear our pushing through as a badge of honour. Until one day, we simply don't have the gas in the tank to push through one more time. We hide that away. We're not wanting our colleagues to know that we're struggling. Why is it that pushing through is seen as heroic, but overextending that push, well, that's seen as a weakness? Hans Selye first referenced the magic of our body when he wrote to the editor of Nature in 1936. He described our innate ability to adapt to our environment. His research looked at our ability to adapt in the face of stress. He described 3 phases in what became known as General Adaptation Syndrome. It's sometimes referred to as GAS, G-A-S. So first we have the alarm phase, and that's typified by fight, flight, or fawn responses. Then we adapt to that environment, and if that environment continues for a prolonged time, we become fatigued or worn out. The challenge is that we're so good at adapting that we often don't realize that we have. Living off the fuel provided by adrenaline feels normal until our body can't make enough adrenaline to fuel us. We become progressively more tired until one morning we simply don't have the energy to get out of bed. It's time for us to rewrite what we celebrate. Rather than pushing through, adding some extra hours to the beginning or end of your workday because you're under pressure, choose to give your body the resources you need to respond where you're at in this moment. I know you're busy. You've got a lot on, you're juggling the balls, I get it. So what if we got to play with managing your energy through the power of 2 simple questions that you get to ask yourself once a week? Sounds good, right? Here we go. The first question happens at the end of your week. Let's say it's a Saturday. Find yourself a comfy, quiet space. And before you begin, take a moment to notice how you're feeling. Are there any areas of tension in your body? How are those shoulders? Are they up near your ears? If they are, take a moment to set them free and allow them to glide down. Give your scapula that moment to settle down and back to conversing with your spine. Next, prepare by taking in 3 calm, gentle, deep breaths. Give yourself the gift of breathing deep into your belly. Let your belly expand on your in-breath and release on the out-breath. Enjoy it. Give yourself permission to enjoy that luxury of spaciousness. Now ask yourself, when I reflect back on this week, I immediately feel, what's that word or feeling? How was this last week for you? Really sit with it. It's safe to feel your feelings, and you might want to journal on what's coming up. If nothing's coming up, that's okay. It's simply a new question that your mind is trying to decide what to do with. Let your mind know that it's safe to feel your feelings. You're not choosing to act on those feelings, you're simply curious. You may find it helpful to muse on those things that helped you to feel how you feel. What was going on there? What contributed to that week? Your next question is to your body. Why are we asking our body? Because we feel our thoughts regardless of whether we're aware of what we're thinking. So for example, you're not aware of the thought, I need to breathe really fast, but you do feel the effect of rapid breathing. Take a moment just now to check in with your breathing, as just thinking fast breath can trigger breathing fast. Interesting, huh? So ask your body, what's needed most in this moment? Say to yourself, hi body. I find putting my hand on my heart when I do this really helps me to connect with the question. So say, hi body, what do you need most in this moment? And then simply listen. Listen to what you need, and once you've heard the answer, what are you going to do to give your body what he or she needs most in this moment? Decide on that and go and do it. The more you do this, the clearer the communication will be. The simple but powerful weekly ritual will ensure that you're bringing active recovery into real time. By proactively listening to your wisdom and confirming that wisdom by acting on it, you'll break the cycle of feeling a little more worn out at the end of each week. Sending you lots of love. Bye for now. Hey, thanks for listening to today's podcast. Can I ask you a favour? If our conversation spoke to you today, could you please take a moment to leave a 5-star review? Your review will help people discover this podcast, and together we can create a world where there's even more love and more laughter. And if you want to hear more from the Project Joyful podcast, just click the subscribe button. Bye for now.